All right, so here we go. Hey there, it's Chris Krug. I'm at the Vancouver Arts Summit. I'm speaking with Howard Jang. Howard is the executive director of the Arts Club Theater. It's on Granville Island, right?
Granville Island and the Stanley Theater.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
So what are you guys up to there these days?
Oh gosh, we're a company that doesn't seem to sleep.
Yeah.
So we're up at the Stanley. We've got Les Miserables, and it'll be running through the summer.
And this is the most successful thing you've ever run?
It's successful in every way. Certainly the largest audience we've ever reached. We're counting a bit of money on this one.
It's amazing.
It's a good thing.
At a time where, I mean, everyone's really it just feels like there's not a lot of great stories like that out there. I heard this yesterday. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Well, I think so. We're sort of bucking that whatever economic trend. Though I think the economic situation is actually working in our favor. You know, I think people are sticking around.
The idea that people go to movies when their economy is depressed.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I think that old story that keeps coming out around depression periods and recession periods is actually, I think there's some truth to that.
Slow down a little.
Slow down a little. We're seeing a lot of people. I mean, our main marketplace is local.
Right.
So for the most part, people who haven't lost their jobs, which is very unfortunate. I understand that, are still kind of, the loss that they've had is probably on paper. So they're still looking for things to do. They're being careful.
Sure.
They may not make that big purchase. They may not make that big, buy that car, go on that big vacation. But what they will do, and they still want to do it. They want to be entertained. They still want to go out. They still want to stay at home.
Right.
So they're gonna figure out a good place to eat, a theater, a place to go. A night out. And I think we're providing that.
Totally. So you just wrapped Les Mis, and what do you got coming up this summer?
Well, we have Altar Boys, which is a really cool off-Broadway show that it's a kickoff on boy bands, and it's a Christian boy band, and people are having a riot. On all years we've had young kids coming up as groupies with all the boys, and the cast is fabulous.
Come into the show as groupies?
Yeah, come to the show as groupies. Oh yeah, they come with T-shirts and they're screaming and they get the front rows and they're,
I'd come photograph that. You get a bunch of groupies out there one night.
Oh yeah.
Give me the 911 call. I'll run across town and photograph.
It's really a riot. It's really a riot.
So you moderated the panel this morning talking about arts community funding.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it's always a great time to get together when the arts community is together to talk about how are we going to, what's the message we need to be getting out there. And I think in these times, budget cutbacks from the BC Arts Council we're seeing certainly the economic situation that's affecting a lot of organizations, certainly affecting our funding streams, whether it's private donations or corporations that are supporting or not supporting now because of the situation. We're needing to rethink our messages.
Right.
And I think, in times like this, it's a time for us to also look at ourselves and what's going to be core to what we do, what's core to what we do, what's important to us, and how we're going to get that message across.
Right.
The problem I think that exists right now is we're now going back to some old arguments that we didn't have to make. We're making headway with things about creative city networks, and we're making headway about the livable city and the importance of community, importance of the arts in our community. That was happening. It was actually good work being done by the guys over to Florida, as you know, and other big advocates of that. Well, with the economic situation happening right now, what we're seeing is a throwback to, gee, how many jobs are you creating?
Right.
How much more tax dollars are you creating? So these are the kinds of things
being judged by different economic indicators that are tough for the arts community.
They're tough for the arts community, and I'll take some responsibility here. I think there's been a real sense of entitlement about us, and so we really don't feel comfortable. We don't want to be making those arguments.
Right.
Now we feel like we're forced to. Yeah. It's a hard thing for us to get around. So the session today, I think, was good for us to kind of get back to, so what do we have to do as a community and work together.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot for doing the interview.
Your arm's hanging in
there? Oh, dude, it's about to fall off, actually. Hopefully everyone not get too seasick on the end of the camera. So, Howard Jang, Arts Club Theater, thanks a lot. Talk to you soon, Internet. Over and out.
Thanks for doing it.